Hello, my name is Terri Moore. Today is March 16th, 2024. I'm at the National Quilt Museum in Paducah, Kentucky, and this is my quilt story. This quilt was actually made by my grandmother, Cecil Kendall Moore. Her middle name, she didn't have a middle name, so Kendall is her maiden name. She was born in 1904 and died in 2005 at the age of 101. The thing that really drew me to the quilt was during the time that she had decided in her mid-90s that she was ready to go to a nursing home and no longer live on the farm, and asked my dad and I to go to the farm and actually go through her items and help disperse them between him, my cousins, and her other children. And many of the items that we found at the farm already had notes on them with specific details. Unfortunately, the quilts did not. Background about her: she was a fixer, a seamstress. She made all kinds of things out of nothing. She would weave together bread wrappers and make rugs out of them. And at one time, she had a side gig that she made burial shrouds for the deceased. The thing that I found so interesting about this quilt is the fact that she has utilized the fabrics and pieces from some of her son's clothing that she made, as well as from my grandfather's. You often see quilts that are made from colorful floral fabrics, but these are work pants and shirts and wool. And my dad, who's 85 or getting ready to turn 85, can pick out a portion and tell you that he had a suit actually made out of some of that. The other thing that I find really interesting is the fact that there is a guard up at the top of it so that you wouldn't have the scratchy fabric next to you. Plus, the backing on here, we're thinking maybe from the 20s. At one time, my grandmother and grandfather ran a grocery store that we believe was closed during the Depression. I know that it closed before my dad was born, and that was in 1939. So.